Una.
We were excitedly waiting for Una to be born.
Una was born
on February 12th, 2006 at 4:11 in the afternoon.
Well, they took a while to figure out what his name was going to be. For a while, I think they were going to call him Red. But they didn't. They ended up naming him Wesley Jacob. And then he needed an Inupiaq name.
I gave him my uncle's Eskimo name.
Unalina.
When Una was born and I first saw him,
they said he looks just like his mom.
He was born with steel blue grayish eyes and a thick head of hair.
And he had lots and lots of dark curly hair.
And he was very cute.
And he was so little.
He was this teeny little baby, because he was just like, you know, you can see these pictures. He was just itty bitty like this, and you would hold him and you would look at him, and you would feel, you know, the feeling you got looking at this brand new little baby. It was like a little puppy rolling around in blankets most of the time.
Always smiling, and he was a very, very good-natured baby.
And he was so little and cute, and he would open his eyes, and he'd be so tired he would just go back to sleep.
You felt like you were sitting there with like this ancient elder who had all this wisdom, and it was such a calming, he had such a calming presence. And he was very curious about the world. He was this incredibly wise little
baby.
Una was a big little baby. I remember when he came out, compared to his cousin Josie, he was a big little boy.
Josie was 8 months old, so they were both babies.
He was smaller than me.
And then he went to Akka and Appa's house, and Josie let him sit in her baby chair because she was a big baby and he was a little baby, and she didn't fit the little chair anymore. So Una sat in Josie's little chair and she rocked him.
I just didn't know how to kiss him, so I just put my lips out and just went like,
And I remember when Una was staying here for a while, Susan used to sing to him every night before he went to bed. She'd have to walk around the house singing to him. All these different, I remember she used to sing Silent Night all the time, like even though it wasn't Christmas.
He was really eager to crawl around. He did not like sitting still.
He'd always do a dance when he got his foods. He'd dance while he was eating. He'd jiggle back and forth in his little baby seat.
When he was like, you know, just almost about 1, he started talking. His first word, I'm pretty sure, was daddy. Well, it was dada, and then it was baba, and then it was mama. It said akka, appa.
Well, he just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And he kept getting really big. He was this big little kid, which, you know, you kind of forget until you see him around other kids his age. He was sort of like a super kid. It was like a super little 2-year-old and a super little 3-year-old and a super little 4-year-old.
He grew up bit by bit, and he got to be a big boy.
And then he got big really fast. He used to be small, tiny, and then he got bigger than Josie, and then Josie was the little one again.
He was really big. He was bigger than me.
And loved to watch him and Josie play too, because they were such different little babies.
Una and Josie's relationship is all at the core is that Josie is the older, you know, she thinks she knows everything, and Una's the younger but bigger, thinks he knows everything, and that he isn't really younger, you know, that they should be on the same, and Josie always is reminding him that she's, you know, she's the bigger, older one that knows what she's doing.
I was supposed to be big, except I was older and he was younger.
But he's always the bigger, stronger one that can make her do what he wants to do.
I think he taught Josie how to ride a bike.
Like when bike riding, except when his bike wouldn't go good, so he'll just take turns riding my little bike.
But when they get together sometimes, they are inseparable.
And we like to go to the beach and barrel and make stuff and find seashells.
There was one time when Una and Josie were playing, well, they were playing and they got in a fight about something, or someone had taken someone's toy, and it wasn't, you know, they were starting to call each other names, and they were starting to fight with each other and said, well, you are not nice because you did this, or you are not nice, you're not listening, or you're not this. And finally, Una looked at Josie and said, you're a baby head. And Josie just reacted shocked, like she just couldn't believe that he had just done that. Like he crossed the line. That was enough. And just to exchange the looks on their faces, because that was a serious offense to be called a baby head. And that was just pushing it too far. And it was all of Isabel's and my, like, strength not to burst out laughing because it was a very serious moment for both of them.
I thought it was really funny when they played live box.
We have to get a box and someone goes under it, me or Anna, and we'll just move around without showing our legs. And one of us says, a live box, and then we jump up and scare them.
Oh, Josie and Una are funny.
And then Tommy interrupting cow. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo, 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 moo.
They really love each other.
That's all I know. Bye.
Starring Akka, Appa, Mom, Auntie Rachel, Auntie Megan, Auntie Belle, Cousin Josie, Cousin Kalofsuk, and made by Auntie Anna.